Welcome back! Gunners family Arsenal turned up the intensity at the training ground today as preparations continued ahead of their important clash against Crystal Palace tomorrow. Under the watchful eye of Mikel Arteta, the Gunners delivered a session filled with sharp movement, tactical drills, and a clear sense of purpose as they aimed to secure another crucial result. From the opening warm-up, it was clear this was no ordinary training session. Players were fully focused, pressing aggressively, moving the ball at speed, and executing patterns of play designed specifically to exploit Crystal Palace's defensive setup. Arteta was heavily involved, stopping play frequently to correct positioning and demand higher standards. Key first-team players were all present, boosting confidence among fans who are eager to see Arsenal maintain momentum. The tempo of the session suggested Arteta wants his side to start fast and dominate early, leaving no room for Palace to settle into the game. Observers noted extra attention given to defensive shape in transitions, an area Arsenal had been working hard to perfect. Crystal Palace are known for their pace on the counterattack, and Arteta made it clear his players must remain alert and disciplined at all times. In attack, the Gunners looked sharp and creative. Quick one-touch passing, overlapping runs, and clinical finishing drills highlighted Arsenal's intention to be ruthless in front of goal. The hunger to impress was visible, with players competing intensely for every ball, a sign of healthy competition within the squad. Arteta's message throughout training was simple but powerful: focus, intensity, and belief. With the Premier League season entering a demanding phase, every match matters, and the Arsenal manager knows that dropping points now could be costly in the long run. For the fans, this training session sends an encouraging signal. Arsenal are not taking Crystal Palace lightly. They are preparing with respect, discipline, and ambition, the hallmarks of a team determined to challenge at the highest level. As the countdown to tomorrow's match continues, excitement is building. If today's training is anything to go by, Arsenal will step onto the pitch ready, confident, and fully prepared to deliver a strong performance. Building on the intensity and focus shown in today's session, Arsenal's preparations for the Crystal Palace encounter have taken on an added layer of tactical detail, mental sharpness, and collective unity that underlines just how seriously Mikel Arteta and his squad are approaching tomorrow's challenge. As the training session progressed, attention shifted towards match-specific scenarios. Arteta and his coaching staff recreated situations Arsenal are likely to face against Crystal Palace, including deep defensive blocks, quick transitions, and aerial duels from wide areas. These drills were not conducted at half speed. They were sharp, competitive, and demanding, reflecting the standards Arteta expects when the lights come on. One striking feature of the session was the communication among players. Leaders on the pitch were vocal, constantly organizing teammates, calling for the ball, and encouraging movement. This level of engagement suggests a squad that is mentally locked in and fully aware of the importance of the fixture. For Arsenal, consistency has become the priority, and matches like this are seen as opportunities to reinforce their title credentials. Arteta spent considerable time working with the midfield unit, emphasizing control, quick ball circulation, and intelligent positioning between the lines. Crystal Palace are known for their physicality and energy, particularly in central areas, and Arsenal's plan appears to revolve around dominating possession while remaining compact when out of the ball. The message was clear: control the midfield, control the game. Defensively, drills focused on organization during set pieces and recovery runs. Crystal Palace pose a threat from corners and free kicks, and Arsenal's defenders were drilled repeatedly on marking responsibilities and second ball reactions. The coaching staff demanded total concentration, highlighting how fine margins often decide Premier League matches. In attack, the creativity and confidence on display will excite supporters. Wingers were encouraged to take on defenders, while forwards worked on movement inside the box, timing their runs to perfection. Finishing drills saw goals celebrated with enthusiasm, showing a squad that is hungry and motivated. There was no sign of complacency, only determination. Another key element of the session was squad depth involvement. Players who have featured less frequently were fully engaged, pushing starters and raising the overall intensity. This competitive environment is something Arteta has carefully built, ensuring that every player feels responsible for the team's success. It also gives the manager confidence that he has reliable options should changes be needed during the match. Off the pitch, the atmosphere around the club remains optimistic. Staff members, analysts, and medical teams were all closely involved, reflecting a well-coordinated operation working toward a single objective. Arsenal's preparation is not just physical, it is strategic, psychological, and collective. For Arteta, matches against Crystal Palace have historically been tricky, often requiring patience and resilience. He understands that flashy football alone will not be enough. That is why today's training balanced flair with discipline, creativity with structure, and ambition with caution. Fans following the session through club updates will be encouraged by the visible unity within the group. Players interacted positively, shared laughs between drills, and showed genuine enjoyment, a sign of healthy dressing room. This chemistry has been one of Arsenal's biggest strengths in recent seasons, and it continues to grow. As match day approaches, the emphasis now turns to mental preparation. Arteta's philosophy plays great importance on mindset, and he has repeatedly reminded his players that every opponent in the Premier League deserves respect. Crystal Palace, with their pace and unpredictability, represent a test that Arsenal must pass with intelligence as well as intensity. Tomorrow's game is not just about 3 points. It is about maintaining momentum, reinforcing belief, and sending a message to rivals. Arsenal want to be seen as a team that prepares meticulously and performs consistently, regardless of the opponent. The supporters will arrive at the stadium expecting energy, commitment, and quality, the same qualities displayed on the training pitch today. If Arsenal can translate that preparation to performance, they will put themselves in a strong position to claim victory. As the final whistles blew at the end of training, Arteta gathered his players for one last talk. His body language was calm but authoritative, his words purposeful. The message was simple: trust the work, trust each other, and give everything. Now, the hard work is done. The tactics have been drilled, the mindset sharpened, and the ambition reaffirmed. All that remains is to step onto the pitch and deliver. Tomorrow, Arsenal face Crystal Palace, and judging by today's training, the Gunners are ready to rise to the challenge. Red-White. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.